Hello and welcome everybody to the latest episode of the Shady Mob Podcast with your two favorite pod mob stars, Alex the Man Angelov and your boy himself, King N.P.V. You know I'm wearing a new hat, baby. Bam, look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Still rubbing my SF. How you doing today, Alex?
I'm doing great. I'm doing good, man. We're back to doing a classic Shady Mob episode. Thoughts and review.
Thoughts and review.
Of what movie? What movie are we talking about?
We are watching, or not watching, because I just watched it for the third time, but we are reviewing Karate Kid Legends, ladies and gentlemen. Something we've been putting off for the last 3 months. I'm thinking.
Almost, yeah. It's been almost 3 months. 4 months almost, yeah.
Yeah, 4 months, ladies and gentlemen. But today we are here and we are going to review this episode, not this episode, but these thoughts, these reviews. And yeah, let's actually just get into it. Alex, so this movie came out sometime back in June over the summer. It was one of the blockbusters. Let's start off with your thoughts, my friend.
Oh boy, my thoughts. I thought this movie was very generic. It's also very fast-paced. It felt like two movies in one. I did appreciate the callbacks with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan returning to reprise their roles as Mr. Han for Jackie Chan and Daniel LaRusso as for traditionals. That was great, but I feel like Ron Reardon was in history kind of forced into it a little bit. Couldn't feel like up toward the end. But that's the thing with this movie that was so short. It was an hour and 34 minutes. But like it didn't really warrant. It didn't reserve at all big of a not really Easter egg, but like what's the word when like people come in? You know, like
there was no real need for Ralph Macchio or Daniel LaRusso to be there.
Cameo, yeah. He didn't. It wasn't earned, you know, within the film. I like the
not really
first part with like him teaching the guy, the boxer, how to like maneuver. That was actually cool. At the very end, it just felt so rushed. It felt like, oh, let's just do a classic, Karate Kid with like Jaden Smith, and also like Karate Kid 1, like in the 80s, where they training and stuff. It's like he had 3 days to. 4 days to train for a tournament.
7 days.
7 days. 7 days. He's not
or 10 days, I believe.
Good. He has like good martial arts.
10 days.
He's not mentally there. He's not mentally there at all. So it doesn't. Like it didn't make sense in that short amount of time for him to learn these new moves and shit. Maybe someone can grasp it. Maybe I don't know, but the writing was not convincing. And overall, it was very generic. I mean, even the side characters too. I didn't like his relationship with the female at first because it didn't really felt that big away. And she's beat against the antagonist or the bad guy. What's his name? Connor Day. And then in the film, his actor's name is Aramis Knight, whatever. That chemistry didn't even like work. When Daniel and Johnny were beefing in the first one, that was gold. That was perfect. I like that. This one, it didn't even matter to them. Like, it didn't matter to the writers. But I will say, the soundtrack was good.
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Having to deal with that PTSD of his brother's death kind of like hovering above him. This like dark cloud that's weighing him down. And he got over that. And but overall it's generic. I did a ranking. If you guys want to check out my reel on the Karate Kid movies, I did a ranking. Vic's one was second to worst in my opinion, and they're not bad. They're not bad movies. From best to worst, I say it's Karate Kid 1, Part 2, Jaden Smith, Legends, and then Part 3. This is better than Part 3 in my opinion. This didn't feel as rushed, but overall, yeah, it was just like I felt like the studio was like, all right, let's just cram everything together. If it was 2 hours, it would have been fine. Okay, I feel like there would have been more development, but the first part I loved. It was really good.
Okay. For me personally, I actually really enjoyed this movie. For me, I ranked it up there at 4.5 stars. It was like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 for me personally. After watching it 3 times, the one thing that I will say I disliked was the ending sequence of the film after he won the fight. The fight itself was great choreography. Do not get me wrong. In the fight, however, it didn't really emphasize any real Miyagi-Do teachings. So like Daniel's real involvement more felt like a fan service, more felt like okay because he's in America, and Mr. Miyagi trained basically trained Daniel who was an American student, and it's like two branches, one tree or whatever. That's the mythology, at least that's being represented here. Um, I guess that's the only reason why it made sense, but realistically, Daniel's character didn't really need to be involved in the film. What I liked it was how Shao Li, the main character, he was already like an experienced martial artist. He wasn't like a rookie amateur. He had the composure. He was just getting over the fact that his brother died, and he froze up when his brother got stabbed in front of him, and he didn't like wasn't able to help his brother at that point. So I like the story, and I like the journey that it had overall. The ending sequence, I like literally I'm talking about the sequence, not even the ending sequence, but the sequence right after the fight where everybody is celebrating. It felt like choppy editing. It felt like choppy takes. They took it like they shot that 3 or 4 times and didn't know how to like
In the pizzeria,
involve.
right? In like the
No, no,
pizzeria.
I'm not talking about the pizzeria. That part was fine. I'm talking about right before it, like where the tutor who suddenly became his best friend said, "Yeah, oh my God, yeah," like holding his hands like they couldn't believe that it happened. That kind of seemed very forced and very weird. Um, when the dad and the daughter and those three, like the three of them, like started yelling, "Yeah," it kind of just looked like okay, and action, and then they just said, "Yeah." That literally was what it felt like it came off as. And then when Daniel like goes up on the stage and like he says, "You did it," like you could tell like they had cut and like gone back, and so there was just like some choppy editing during that sequence that you could kind of tell they tried to make the best out of like the worst case situation, because I just don't think they had the takes for it or the budget for it. Because that choreography in that fight scene was pretty expensive in my honest opinion.
Was great.
Fighting was amazing.
When he was training the boxer, and also in the fight scene as well.
That's why I enjoyed the movie. The fighting itself made it really
It
good.
was good.
I thought the fighting itself was very good. I thought Jackie Chan was hilarious as always. His character was lighthearted.
Guys, you're watching the Shady Mob Podcast. This is where we discuss our favorite movies, TV shows, and where we talk about life. Please like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Overall,
And he still got the moves.
he still got the
has some
moves.
man.
He still got the moves. So overall, like this movie to me, it really rang dear to my heart, and that's why I watched it 3 times. But there were scenes where some of the acting felt bad or felt forced. When it comes to the love interest, I kind of enjoyed this love interest the most. I still think Danny and Kumiko's relationship in the second one, that one was like the top Karate Kid relationship. If we're talking about movies, that was the top Karate Kid relationship of all the movies in the franchise. But the way that like these two, Shaoli and the love interest, I forget the girl main character, the female character's name. I think it was like Hannah or something like that, or Annie.
Mia.
Mia.
Yeah.
Mia. So yeah, Mia's character, like their chemistry really flowed, and I liked how it wasn't necessarily forced. They had a lot of like good on-screen chemistry, in my honest opinion. And they just kind of got to the point. It wasn't really like a lot of pussyfooting or anything around. Like they really just got to the point, and they didn't make this movie all about that like they did in the first Karate Kid movie, essentially, where it was about mainly the girl and two guys basically fighting over the girl, but ultimately it being about disrespecting one another and trying to earn the other's respect. In this film, nothing like that. It was mainly like in my opinion, this movie was more about Shao Li overcoming that mental block that he had with his brother passing away in front of him, because he was already a skilled martial artist. but he just wasn't able to get past it or ascend to like the next level in his own mental health because of that, and he conquered those demons in this film, and that's why I enjoyed it. So for me, like I said, 8 or 9 out of 10, 4.5 stars. I'd watch this movie again. Probably gonna watch it again at some point. But yeah, I recommend it.
One thing for my rating, I would give it. There's elements that I liked, but there's a lot of stuff I didn't like. It's somewhere between a 5 and a 6. I'm gonna give it a 5, just because it's average. It's a very average movie, and it's still pretty good. It's a good score. It's just a average movie that you can watch, that you're gonna probably relate to, or you're just excited about the universe, and it builds on top of it, right? And I think what would have made it better is if they increased the runtime to about 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 5 minutes. And the first half, I actually really enjoyed. I enjoyed the first half. If they did the first half and then did, like, him like going through it with the boxer, and the girlfriend, they had like some tension because he froze up with like the boxer, and everything like that, and him like collapsing in the ring. If they did a time jump, a time skip of about a year or two, and then afterwards, like, him kind of realizing, like, hey, after some growth or training with Mr. Han and Mr. LaRusso, because he trained with Han for a while, right, in China. But what if he trained with LaRusso, came back to New York, and then, was like, oh, I was with this guy, the boy,
The ex-boyfriend, he's evil. That would have been more compelling.
I
Because then
don't
he
think
would've
so.
trained with-
I think that's just making it way more convoluted than it really needs to be. I really did just enjoy how like short and precise and straight to the point this story really was.
No, I just because the second half felt rushed. Like, I want more of that like training montage, especially with these two when they were training together. That montage, I liked that because it showed two sides of the same tree, like they branched off, right? Kind of like how it symbolizes in this photo. But again, like it would have been cemented even further because he trained under Han for such a long time, but under under Miyagi Do, they barely.
I felt like it was 3 different movies or 3 because I felt like it was cut into 3 different sections. I felt like it was like the first 30 minutes where we get introduced to the characters. He basically like he basically like starts helping out the father like train for the boxing, or like that's when the father gets assaulted. Then the next 30 minutes was him training the father, learning how to do martial arts. And then the last 30 minutes was him actually like going it with Han and Daniel LaRusso and going into the tournament and training, and that's where we got those montages. I thought it was cool how in the semifinal we got to see both Daniel and Han beat the goons' asses together. And I thought that was cool. That was like that made the entire okay. Those guys being together there to basically protect Shao Li because this guy's a dick and he's like basically a mafioso. That made sense why they would get Daniel. But other than that, like the 2-year thing and like making it longer for a movie like this, I feel like that's just trying to make it something that it's really not. And I felt like they did a good job just paying a lot of homage to the fan base with just being literally just paying a ton of fan service and doing a lot of shit that they did in the first, second, third original movies, and even bringing in Johnny from Cobra Kai at the end to like do the Miyagi Do thing.
So the thing, I think this is the shortest movie. This is the shortest one so far. The original Karate Kid was about 2 hours and 6 minutes. Karate Kid 2 was about an hour and 53 minutes, and the third one was an hour and 53 minutes. And bro, Jaden Smith's
2 hours and a half.
2 hours and a half.
Yep.
Like, that's why like it was so fleshed out. But this one,
Jaden's wasn't even that bad either, by the way.
No, it wasn't. Everything in this movie, though,
it was a choreograph. It was like a cinematography masterpiece, essentially.
Yeah, there's Grouptherapy elements. We learned about Han's thing and everything, his like past and his family, and like, you know, his tension between his mom and moving to Beijing and all that, right? Even like the
Han can relate to like Mr. Miyagi in so many ways.
that. In this one, in Legends, it just feels like there's not a moment to breathe, and you can tell with the editing, like the quick cuts. It's like they use the best version of the cut, and then they just, next scene, montage, next scene, dramatic like event happens, and then next scene, montage, and then it's over. It was not like I can't breathe.
I ultimately think the studio wasn't really like the way that the studio also visualized this. They didn't visualize this movie being like the other Karate Kid movies from the franchise, and like
I feel like they've lost their touch almost.
Not necessarily losing their touch, but I felt like the way that they saw it, and especially with how today's climate and environment is, they felt like the best way to approach this movie is, okay, let's keep it short, let's do a lot of fan service, and what if we make the student the teacher, who then has to become the student again?
They should that's what I'm saying. It's so good. Just make it longer. Because the first part was great. I was like, damn, this is fun. I'm having fun.
And that's why like I liked it, because I had a lot of fun throughout the entire thing.
But it's just like, it's like this, and then all of a sudden it like cuts a couple months later where he's like,
even the ending after he wins the fight, like he does the fist, like the Karate Kid fist bump when you win, which I think is funny every time. Like, yeah.
Every time.
So what would you rate the movie?
5 out of 10. It's an average movie. There's a big pacing issue with it. It's the shortest of them all, with some of the best actors we've had in the series. And I think that if they had the cojones to make it longer, this would have been more fleshed out. We would have had more emotional scenes. But again, the actors had everything they served to them with the script, and the direction from the director. So they did their best, but you can tell quick edits, pacing. It just felt very fast, and it's just short. I can't, like, for a movie of this caliber, for a summer blockbuster, for an hour and 30 minutes, bro, with fucking Jackie Chan, bro, come on.
And that's where we disagree.
I stood an hour and 50.
Then I guess that's where we disagree. I thought Jackie hit all his comedic points on point. Daniel, even though like you're sharing the screen with Jackie Chan. Jackie ain't sharing the screen with you. But Daniel did a good job in the scenes that he was in it with Jackie Chan, especially with the martial arts aspect, because Jackie Chan is a master. Jackie made Daniel look amazing. I still ranked it like an 9 out of 10, basically 4.5, 4 stars out of 5. And yeah, I'd recommend this movie to anybody to watch. If you want a feel good movie, this is it.
I'm not saying for people not to watch it.
It's 3 movies in one.
If you can, like, I'm just saying it as like a critic. It's 3 movies in one. You get the price of 1 movie for 3. Fucking. But if you just want to tear your brain off and you like the series, if you like Cobra Kai, this is great. It adds a lot. You get, it ties in Mr. Han and that side of Miyagi-Do, and I want to see more of Xiao Li, man. He's a good kid. He's really cool. I want more, actually. But it's just, I said what I said, a big pacing issue, and it's short.
Well, pupil, the man, we will be right back after these messages with a What to Watch segment of the ages.
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Hey guys, Smaxx here. If you guys like gaming, swing over to Twitch, Smaxx_TTV, live most nights. Stop by, say hi, drop a follow.
Port City Uncensored. Real talk, real people, minus the trolls. Join us Thursdays at 8 on YouTube, X, and Facebook From the streets to City Hall, you never know who'll show up or what they'll say next. Welcome to the party, pal. Oh, and pack a lunch.
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and want the best cut of your life, go check out Headspin's Barbershop, located in South San Francisco, the official barbershop of N1 from the End Zone.
Hey guys, I'm here in Stockton today, and I'm with Donna. We're at this beautiful house in North Stockton, and some lucky buyer is going to be walking away with it. Imagine having a brand new place to live. Donna, somebody's looking for a house. What do they got to do?
Give me a call, and we will get you pre-qualified, look for you a home, and then do the process of closing.
All right, and to get this ball rolling, I know they got to talk to you. How do we get hold of you?
At 209-301-5193 or at dgames@pmc.com.
Guys, if you're into sports, wrestling, or just need some positivity and motivation, check out N1 from the End Zone and click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Guys, you're watching a Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast, where we break down all the latest content and talk about life. Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with the man and your king, the king, it's time for
What to watch, 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 what to watch. Yes, sir.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Alex, what do you recommend the people?
I recommend you guys to watch A League of Their Own. This is a fantastic movie. I really enjoyed it. Sleeper from 1992. Gina Reeves, Tom Hanks, Rosie O'Donnell, even Madonna plays in it as well. It talks about women's baseball in the 1940s when the men were away overseas at war. A lot of companies, they brought in their own money to make leagues of women's baseball so that it can take over from the men who had to go to war. And this is a great movie. Dialogue is perfect. Great writing. It pulled at the heartstrings a couple times too. I actually ended up tearing up a little bit. I didn't even expect it. It's great. Fantastic acting. I felt very involved, and honestly, you get to see how it was for women during that time in sports, how they were, how they're supposed to act, taking pictures of, how they played in skirts with their bare legs, where they slide across the gravel and the little dirt they use for the baseball fields. It's insane. And honestly, how they were treated and criticized at first was pretty brutal as well, because all these women wanted to do was play baseball, and they could. Actually, the actresses went through about 3 to 4 months of baseball training prior to the movie and filming, and it shows, man. They play really well, and it's based off of the American Women's Association for Baseball back in the 1940s. So none of these characters really existed, but it's just based off of them and their leagues and their teams too. So it's a great movie. Check it out. It's a sleeper from 1992, as I said, and you guys should check it out. I really recommend it. Nelson, what do you recommend that people watch?
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
I recommend Scarface. Say hello to my little friend, motherfuckers. So I recently watched this movie. I actually watched it twice. So the first time I watched it, I think it's like a 2.5 hour long, close to 3 hour long movie. It's a amazing movie starring Al Pacino, who plays a Cuban American, or a Cuban who comes to America trying to start a new life, and basically tries to do normal work, tries to do normal things. He gets grilled by the FBI. By the Americans who allow him into the country. They had like these internment camps for refugees from Cuba back in like I think it was like the 60s or 70s or whatever. It might have been the 50s. And then they released him out to the streets. He was working as a hamburger flipper, and then he got into drugs and narcotics, and shit goes crazy. He He's all about the money. He wants his money. He wants his bread. He's willing to do whatever it takes. And you do not fuck with Scarface, okay? You do not fuck with Al Pacino's character, or else he will fucking end you. He ended his best friend, fucking Ricky. I think his name was Ricky, right? Fucking killed Ricky because he was fucking his sister. He did not want his best friend fucking his sister, and he ended him. And then later in that movie, he was a one-man army against like 100 mafiosos, and he took out about 50 of them. So he's just a badass. If you're looking for a badass movie with a badass man and Al Pacino in all of his glory in his prime, go check out Scarface, because this movie, it was legendary. It still holds up the test of time. And honestly, I just recommend it. Guys, if you're into sports, wrestling, or just need some positivity and motivation, check out N1 from the End Zone and click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of this episode with your two favorite Pod Mob stars, Alex the Man Angelov, your boy himself, King NPV. You know that's me. Please hit that subscribe button. Alex, am I forgetting anything?
Guys, check out the links below to J-Man Jack, Smaxx TV, AM, and we're from that zone. Shady Productions. Oh, yeah, click on the link down below for HBO Max's link as well. We are an affiliate. Please help us out by clicking down the link below. Go to our merch site right over there above Nelson's little head right there, where you can get latest and greatest merch like this. And like that, actually, right there, or both line merch. So go check it out if you want some.
Come get some.
Yeah, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Nelson, what else you got?
Guys, always remember, desire is power. Go to shadymob.com for all of our links, merch, everything. That is shadymob.com. With that being said, I appreciate you all for being here with us today. We will catch you on the sunny side of Philadelphia. I love y'all. We'll see you next time.
Very nice.
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Hey guys, Smaxx here. If you guys like gaming, swing over to Twitch, Smaxx_TTV, live most nights. Stop by, say hi, drop a follow.
Port City Uncensored. Real talk, real people, minus the trolls. Join us Thursdays at 8 on YouTube, X, and Facebook. From the streets to City Hall, you never know who'll show up or what they'll say next. Welcome to the party, pal. Oh, and pack a lunch.
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and want the best cut of your life, go check out Headspin's Barbershop, located in South San Francisco, the official barbershop of N1 from the End Zone.
Hey guys, I'm here in Stockton today, and I'm with Donna. We're at this beautiful house in North Stockton, and some lucky buyer is going to be walking away with it. Imagine having a brand new place to live. Donna, somebody's looking for a house. What do they got to do?
Give me a call, and we will get you pre-qualified, look for you a home, and then do the process of closing.
All right, and to get this ball rolling, I know they got to talk to you. How do we get a hold of you?
At 209-301-5193 or at dgaines@pmc.com.
Guys, if you're into sports, wrestling, or just need some positivity and motivation, check out N1 from the End Zone and click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Guys, you're watching a Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast, where we break down all the latest content and talk about life. Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops.